Hi there, I'm Theo. Today we're gonna talk about the first time I ever got high. This is a story I feel like you guys would enjoy, so relax, sit back, and let me tell you a tale. So first, to set the scene. Obviously, I've changed the names of everyone involved in this story for their own privacy and safety reasons. So, don't go looking for anybody, because the names I'm using here are not real. So, start us off, we had my roommate Charlie. Now, Charlie and I were hanging out in the living room of our apartment, and he was like, you and Bobby, the guy that just moved into, how would you guys feel about having a really fun night and trying some weed? Because he knew neither of us had ever done it before. And I'm like, you know what? No, we're in a safe environment. I trust you. Fuck it, might as well, And Bobby also agreed. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's have some fun. He even brought some of his own stuff that he had just bought. And so we all just kind of collectively put some stuff on the table. I didn't have anything, obviously, because I was broke. And also had never done it before. We were also joined by our roommate James, too. He had lived there the longest. He was a really cool dude. But he comes out and he's like, hey, I also have some edibles. So we have some of those. And he's got this little baggie, like a sealed, packaged baggie from this brand. I don't remember what it was, but they looked like little sour burst candies. And I'm like, you know what? Sure, let's try some of those. So first, I ate one of them. I think I actually ended up eating two of them. Because these little gummies. And I wasn't feeling a whole lot. So then they're like, hey, let's take a few hits off this pen. So we hit a couple things off, we take a couple rips off of a pen. Now, if you know anything about a pen, it hits you hard and it hits you fast. Which is why I typically these days don't use one. They make me paranoid. I don't like it. But this particular time, it was fine, but it did hit me pretty hard. And I was drinking a Coke. And that's when Bobby comes out and he's like, hey, I got something funny we can put in your drink. I'm like, okay, what do you have planned? He comes out and he's got this oil stuff that you mix into sodas that gets you high. And I'm like, fuck it, why not? I'm drinking out of this big ass mug. Because I like collecting mugs, like little sentimental ones I have. But I was drinking out of this big mug. He pours a little bit in there, and then I down the soda. And already I'm feeling loopy. My legs from underneath me are questionable. They are of questionable integrity. After all the shit we've done. But then the real kicker hit. Because Charlie comes and he's like, hey, I've got a bong. You want to rip off this? And I'm like, hell yeah, man. So immediately, he shows me how to use it, and I take a big old breath. And I almost throw up. I had to run to my room, grab a Gatorade, and chug that shit just to stop myself from vomiting. But after that, I was set. I was so out of it. I was having a great time. The leg situation did not get any better. I was wobbly as a motherfucker. And I'm like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna go chill in my room. And they're like, hell yeah, man, go have fun. Because at this point, some of Bobby's friends had also shown up, so they're like, just hanging out in the living room. I wanted to go play Cyberpunk, because I had just got that. So I go back to my room, and I sit down, and I tried. I tell you, I really tried to play Cyberpunk 2077. I attempted for a good 30, 45 minutes. It did not work. It did not work one bit. I could not muster the dexterity to use my controller. But eventually I laid down in my bed, started watching Danny Gonzalez and eating chips, and I fell asleep that way. I fell asleep for a good, maybe a couple hours. Maybe a couple hours had passed. And I wake up and I go out in the living room. And that's when I see an entire team of EMTs in my living room. And I'm just wearing a fucking Snuggie. So I have no idea what is going on. Turned out James had a bit of a bad reaction. He was kind of freaking out. Luckily, the EMTs checked him over. He was fine. We were all good. But at that time, my brain was still loopy. And so I'm thinking, oh God, if that happened to him, is that going to happen to me? And the best way to start freaking out if you're high is if you start thinking about freaking out. So don't think about freaking out. If you think about freaking out, you're going to freak out. So don't do that. Stay calm, which I ended up doing. I fell asleep again, watching Danny Gonzalez and eating more chips. So, yeah. That was my very first experience ever getting high, and I'm much better at it now. But I only use like flour from a trusted dispensary. Never get street stuff, you know? You can't trust that shit. Unless it is packaged, taxed, and handed to me by an overpaid millennial in a man bun. I don't trust it. But yeah, you guys have any similar experiences, stories? Tell me all about them in the comments. Thank you very much for watching.